Oh, they thought that I was just a... Now when I through, they call me Mister. Stop it. Big wall with suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. This got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me? Say you gon' ride. Is he gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you riding. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Pull up in that new thing. I'm swerving and hogging the blue lane. You know I'm in the mood. After I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give him the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Every time I'ma step with the steppers. Black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech. Thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instinct.
Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Yeah, I should've served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. One-on-one. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun. I done up a bunch of them, this what got them ducking me. They don't come out the house like a punishment. Me, ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling but off, been up a week. Why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. They focus you on live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it take for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it take for you that paper, now you feel different. All it take don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it take for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. Never feel.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Wilson and the Broncos now with a first and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They go play action with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hardman on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
26.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll run with Hall. A little juke. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the Broncos 2-yard line.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Barkley inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hull. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Take 30. Hey, take 26.
On play action, now Rodgers. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, a run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Get 300. Get 300.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He dumps it off to Barkley.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Wilson on 2nd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Saquon Barkley. 41 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half. It's Wilson rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
The play fake. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10.
14.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there applying the ball free. And now the guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms. That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, 88.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown, Jets! Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in. They kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Goes right back to McBride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 7.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second down and 6 now. Bourne going to go in motion right here. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up. But once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Marr able to put this one through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. and that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. 25. Now Wilson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
36 power.
To throw is Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Run it, run it, run it.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. And the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A toss left side for Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Back to throw, Rodgers. That is caught. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On second down, Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's first and 10. Now Wilson. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he's brought down at midfield. So the first play of the drive, not only do they get the first down, but a big chunk of yardage. And looking pretty good here. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade.